Well, hello everybody, and welcome to Fishy. I have no idea what this game's about. I had completely forgotten that I even downloaded it. So yeah, Honestly, you didn't even want to come here. The ocean's never been your thing. There are sharp things you can step on and colorful things that inject poison into you when you touch them, and large things that are faster and stronger than you, and the worst part, they're all alive. And they're hungry. Mom, I'm out of sparkling water. Turn to look at the instigator of your distress, Monica. It's her 14th birthday. Last year, for her birthday, Monica's parents rented the local theme park for a whole day. The entire class had gone. You got to ride the big kids' rides for the first time. Everyone talked about it for the rest of the year. As the date approached again, the talk started to shift. What would Monica do for her birthday this year? Recall the sinking feeling in your stomach when you found out. You're invited to Monica's 14th birthday overnight marine adventure. Spend an evening at the aquarium exploring the exhibits before tucking into your sleeping bag for a night under the sea. Mom, this sparkling water is cherry-flavored. Gross. Typical Monica. Your classmates swarm the lobby excitedly, stepping over sleeping bags and toothbrushes that no one has any intention of using. An aquarium employee is going student to student handing out ID badges. You stand alone. Where's Misha? Why isn't she here yet? She promised. That day at lunch when she convinced you. You have to come. It'll be so fun. And if you don't go, you'll miss out. Everyone else is going. You'll be the only kid in our class who didn't go. Look, I know you don't like fish or oceans or like water or whatever, but you'll probably like it once you get there. It's not like we're swimming with sharks or anything. There's no actual danger. I'll be with you the whole time. Promise. Well, you're here and Misha isn't. So that's cool. The door to the aquarium opens. Misha? What up, nerds? Oh no. Toby drops his bag into the door and runs over to Monica, holding his hands above his head like a shark fin. Dun 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 dun. Stop it, Toby, you're so annoying. Dun 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 dun. Toby isn't in your grade, but he's Monica's older cousin, so he usually ends up at her parties anyway. The aquarium guy approaches you with a friendly smile. Hi there, I'm going to print you on an ID card. Would you help me fill it out for you? Favorite sea creature? Ooh. Octopus. Feck off, you're lying. I like octopi because they're smart. They remember things. They'll remember people even if and they'll hold grudges against them if they don't like them. Even if they never did anything to them. They just won't like them. Here you go, hope you don't lose it. There you go, don't lose. What is wrong with my arm? Jesus, no wonder I don't like fish. I probably had my hand bitten off. Well, I think that's everyone. Let's go ahead and start. Wait, my friend isn't here yet. I'm sure they'll be here soon. Besides, the majesty of the aquarium awaits. He gives you 2 thumbs up and heads over to Monica's parents. Wanker. Attention, everyone! Monica is standing on a bench, gesturing wildly. Your classmates quiet down and gather around her. Thanks for coming to my birthday. Today's gonna be really fun. We have free run of the entire aquarium, so we can do whatever we want. Actually, some of our exhibits are under construction or temporarily closed for one reason or another, so please stay away from any off-limit areas. Just trying to keep you kids safe. Guy looks nervous. You wonder what that's about. Anyway, it's gonna be tons of fun. but sure, restricted areas. There will be cake and presents later. Feeling anxious, you trace the rivets of your prosthetic arm. Oh, we have unlimited LaCroix, so go wild. Thank you, Monica, and happy birthday. Now everyone, we're going to enter the aquarium. Walk through the magnificent jellies exhibit and drop off your stuff in the deep ocean room where you'll be sleeping next to our 1 million gallon saltwater tank, our largest oh my god. Dread shoots through your body. You'll be sleeping where? Now follow me. We're going to have a really special night. Oh, I bet. It's dark inside the jellyfish exhibit. You catch glimpses of the faces of your classmates illuminated by the glow of the tanks. You walk along the black velvet floors, keeping to the back of the group. You don't know these people very well, but they all seem to be best friends. Plus it's dark. Come to a large shape in front of you. Hey, watch it, freak. Sorry. You better be. Aquarium guy stops in front of a wide tank with rounded edges. Jellyfish float gently behind him in a seemingly endless blue void. Now, like I said, we're going to drop off your stuff at the deep ocean room. After that, you're free to explore the aquarium until bedtime. We have a few rules. No running, no tapping on the glass, and like I said, no entering restricted areas. Now, does anyone have any ideas why we're not allowed to tap on the glass? Because it'll break, killing all of us! No. The glass on these small tanks is half an inch thick, and the glass on our largest tanks, which you'll see later, is over 20 inches thick. You're perfectly safe. Anyone like to take another stab? I know why it gives fishes anxiety. Elaine's very smart. She won first place in the school science fair every year since 5th grade. That's right, and fish get sick when they're stressed, and they can even die from stress. All animals can die from stress, even humans, is a scientific fact. Well, yes, technically you're correct. But no worries about that here. We just want to make sure the little fishes are as comfortable and happy as possible. The darkness makes you feel uneasy. You jump when someone grabs your shoulders. Hey, Blues. Please be Misha. What'd I miss? Oh, it's Misha, thank God. Misha whisper shouting, visibly excited and grinning ear to ear. You step away from the guide to continue the conversation as the aquarium guide launches into a story about the aquarium's history. You scared me and you're super late. I was worried you wouldn't come. Of course I'm going. I wouldn't miss out on this. What took you so long? Nothing. Just some stuff. Is Toby here? Yeah, why? I just think he's kind of cute. Anyway, look at all these cool jellies. They're like little aliens. You watch the jellies for a while. Some of them are kind of cute, the little ones that bob up and down, but some of them are bigger than you'd expected. Yeah. Jellyfish tentacles are extremely dangerous. They can sting prey so that they're paralyzed and can't do anything while the jellyfish digests them. That's true, Elaine, but none of that can happen here. Can you imagine what it'd be like? Paralyzed, frozen, unable to move, while a predator uses its long tentacles to slowly, painfully raise you into their... Okay, thanks so much for the facts, Elaine. The ocean sure is a fascinating subject. Let's head to the deep ocean room and set our things down, okay? You follow the group through the rest of the jellyfish exhibit, relieved to be free of Delane's terrifying facts until... you stop. The other kids file into the room called the deep ocean room. Through the doorway you can see the large tank. Glass lines an entire wall, floor to ceiling. There's something about that room, something about the incredible vastness of the tank. How it does really look like a portal to the ocean, and you get the impression of something huge moving towards you. A shark? You turn away, letting the others pass you. Can you put my stuff near yours? Why, you scared? No, I just feel weird about that room. It just feels weird. Just take my bag. Fine, whatever. Wait here. You think about the ocean. You think about water. Deep water, so deep you can't see the bottom. You think about looking down and seeing nothing but darkness because the sun can't penetrate anywhere near the sea floor. You think about a giant mouth breaking through the darkness, and it has eyes and teeth, and it sees you. Hey! She grabs your hand. Come on, we're going to the kelp forest. Toby and a few other boys run by laughing. You hesitate. Misha rolls her eyes. Oh, don't worry, it's the kelp forest. It's not scary at all. No sharks, just some plants. Come on. She lowers her voice. It's our chance to hang out with the cool kids. I want to look good in front of them. I know you're not, like, super into this, but it would mean a lot to me. Just try, please? I'll try. Thanks, Blues. You're a good friend. Now, come on. Well, you're not. Clearly, I didn't lose that arm in shop class. I lost it because something ate my arm. When you reach the kelp forest, Toby has already jumped on the railing and is pressing his face against the glass. Toby, don't do that. You're gonna get in trouble. Hopefully I'll get caught and kicked out. Whatever. As if I want to hang out with you dorks anyway. I'm only here because my dad made me come. Super stoked you made it, cuz. Stop being babies. I'm not gonna tap on the glass so hard I'll murder all the fish or anything. They're just gonna die because I tapped the glass? Yeah, I'm not stupid. Not falling for that. Wow, Toby's so smart he doesn't fall for facts. There's no trick in that guy. Total dingus. Anyway, isn't the glass like 2 feet thick or something? Like if I tap the glass once, it's gonna break? Sure. I need a super katana or something. She looks at you and freezes. Hey, I wonder what happens if you tap the glass with your freaky cyborg arm. Come on, try it. Toby, cut it out. Stop being lame. It moves pretty well. I just want to see what happens. Come on, Blues. We're not supposed to tap on the glass with normal fingers, but what about a weird robot arm? Maybe it's different. Maybe all the fish will come look at it and it'll be cool. Blues, come on. She tugs your sleeve and whispers, you don't have to if you don't want to. Yeah, you goddamn right. I don't want them to come look. Come on, please. If anything happens, which it won't, I'll tell them it was my idea. Please. No. Whatever, lame. Toby dabs. He dabbed? And I'm the lame one? And then runs out of the room. Toby, wait up. Come on, Blues. Okay. You hear commotion coming from the next room. You step out of the dark kelp forest, the reflections of the water still touching your feet, and into the brightly lit tide pool room. The touch tank in the corner sparkles in the sunlight. Your classmates examine a dripping sand dollar, while others walk away from the tank, giggling after petting a hermit crab. A boy that you've never spoken to before approaches you. Sand dollars can feel pain, you know. That's not cool. Huh. Hey, want to poke a sea slug? No, I don't. Aw, the hermit crab then? Nope. But the touch tank is part of the aquarium experience. At least touch the coral. Huh, coral. Safe, non-moving coral. You could do that. You walk to the touch tank and look down. Colorful shells and a lump of coral lay on the sand. A dark purple sea slug slowly climbs over a rock. Take a deep breath. Slowly you lower your hand into the tank. Why are you doing this anyway? Because Misha told you to? Why do you do everything Misha tells you to? Is she even still here? You can't hear her. Actually, you can't really hear anything. Your hand touches the water. It's cold. Lower into the tank, into the sand. What were you reaching for again? Coral? Well, all you see is sand, ebbing gently in the water. Specks floating up, sticking to your hand. Lower. You know, you could swear. You swear the tank didn't look this deep. Sand is ebbing less gently now. In fact, it's swirling. You can't see your hand. The water is suddenly murky. It's up to your elbow now. The sand churns, like something underneath is rising up. You move to pull your hand out of the tank, but something grabs you and pulls you back in. Terrorizing your chest, you can barely breathe. You yell, but no one seems to hear you. You brace your body against the tank and pull upwards. It fights you. It's pulling you in deeper. Deeper. Misha, help! Pull your entire weight against the tank. Pull as hard as you can. You feel release. Suddenly you're standing next to the tank surrounded by your lively classmates. Some of them are staring at you, giggling and pointing. You look at the tank. The water's clear and only a few inches deep. The sea slug continues its slow journey across the rock. Gee, stop yelling. Why did you... Oh, a sand dollar. Cool. You should probably put it back. Look at your hand. You're holding a sand dollar. Huh. I knew you'd like to touch the tank. What do you mean? Well, you clearly got into it. Your entire arm is wet. You check. Your sleeve is dripping wet all the way up to your shoulder. See, you just have to try things. I knew you'd get it. Try not to make a scene next time, though. Anyway, Delaney says there's room with stingrays, which we go there next. Come on. Okay. So you grab your hands, you look back towards the touch tank. It looks normal. I mean, it's normal as weird-looking coral can look. That is coral, right? You're starting to get a headache. The longer you look at the touch tank, the more it hurts. Come on. You look away and allow Misha to pull you into the next room. Did I put the sand dollar back? Monica and Delane are already in the stingray room when you enter. Besides, they're mostly harmless. I don't know, those stingers are really freaking me out. Stingrays don't attack unless antagonized by a predator. Their barbed tails are only used for protection. Although they're closely related to sharks that don't have bones, they're just like the shark relatives. Stingrays glide through the water. This tank is really big, the biggest you've seen so far. It's making you uncomfortable. You step back and survey the room. Plaques detailing the different types of stingrays and facts about their natural habitats line the wall. There's a doorway on the left side of the room with a restricted area, no entry sign in front of it. The room past the doorway is dark, but you can see something on the floor. Looks like a broom handle. The object's partly obscured by the doorway. You walk closer. A janitor's trash can and equipment are knocked over. Cleaning items strewn haphazardly on the floor. There's something behind it. You get closer. What is that? Hi, Blues. How's it going? Remember those restricted areas I mentioned before? Well, this is one of them. So you're going to want to head back to the exhibits. What's all this stuff on the floor? We're kind of short-staffed these days. Janitor probably knocked it over. We'll get it cleaned up quick. That's why these areas are restricted, so your kids don't see the mess we leave behind. You make your way back to the group. Only account for 306 deaths by drowning per year. Adeline, you really do know a lot of bummer facts. I want to be a marine biologist someday, so I do know a lot of facts. Sorry if knowledge bums you out. Jill, you guys are giving the fish anxiety. Whatever. Hey, guys, come quick. They're feeding the sharks in the deep ocean tank. Oh, I've got to take a selfie with that. That does sound pretty cool. Yeah, come on. Oh, goody! Toby turns to follow Monica and Delane. Then he looks back. Misha, you coming? Sure. You don't leave me alone. Misha doesn't hear you. Maybe she pretends not to hear you. She runs after the others. The room is silent. You are alone. Right? Look at the rays. Then at the handle of the broom still peeking out from the restricted area. The guy, wasn't he here? Where did he go? You feel your heart beating faster. A sign on the wall points towards the hallway, labeled Open Seas. That sounds fun. You walk towards it quickly. You immediately notice a change when you enter the Open Seas room. The room is circular, and unlike the other rooms, there are no tanks along the walls. You look up. Shiny fish swim endlessly in circles around the top of the room in a giant circular tank. You take a moment, breathing hard. You're feeling lightheaded. You sigh and sit down on the floor. So this sucks. You didn't even want to come here. Why did you come here? Because Misha told you to come? Why? She doesn't seem to care now. She left. Maybe you're just her backup friend. Maybe she likes hanging around you in case there's no one better to hang around with. Maybe she likes that you don't have any other friends. Maybe she likes that you need her. You hold your bare arm against your chest. You're freezing, but also somehow sweaty. And Monica. Monica only invited you because you're in her class, and she has to invite everyone. You only talked to Monica like 4 times. Does she even know your name? You could be home doing something you enjoy, but instead you're here doing this. Maybe you really wanted to believe Misha. Maybe you also wanted to feel wanted. You tilt your head back and stare up at the fish again. Try to focus on one fish and follow it all the way across the room. Keep losing it in a swarm of other identical fish which shimmer silver in the light. Your neck's beginning to hurt looking up. Your head hurts as well. There's quite a lot of water above you. How thick was that glass again? The leak's getting stronger, but you can't stop looking, can't stop staring at the fish. You begin to feel motion sick. You're sitting, but it hasn't helped you catch your breath. Are you that out of shape? I wonder what happens if you throw up in an aquarium. Maybe you go to jail. Fish jail. You take a deep breath and stare at a single point of the glass tank. You focus in on that area, shutting out everything else. And then the glass cracks. Fish swarm. Hundreds, thousands of fish weaving in and out of the packing, in and out of the holes inside of each other. Thousands of glassy eyes staring right at you. There's so many of them, they create their own object, a heavy object, one that can crush you. Thousands of tiny, writhing bodies in pain because you upset them. And now they're dying and they're going to take you with them. Swarm reach out one long tendril, an arm bigger than your entire body, and plants it on the sea floor. Then from its writhing body it extends another tendril, and another, all bending at odd angles, and even though it's millions of fish, you feel a reverberation in your bones as the knees bend backwards. It tries to move. It can't. It's dying. It screams in pain, each limb breaking under the weight of the swarm, each time a new one growing back. And they all have eyes, and they're all staring at you. The swarm screeches and bends and reforms into an enormous ball, and a hole opens in the middle. Small at first, but now bigger. It's deep and black, and you can't see the bottom. Just swarming, screaming, dying fish all the way into the void. It moves to swallow you. And it does swallow you. And for a moment you can't scream. You can't move. You can't breathe. And then you can. And you do. You scream a lot, very loudly. You sit up from the floor. When did you even lie down? Stand up shakily, and you run. You run. You don't look back. You don't look where you're going. At some point you hit a restricted area sign and stumble. You keep running. It's dark. You slow down. You breathe. It's actually really dark now. Where are you? Half-finished posters line the wall. Empty tanks sit on the floor. The table's knocked over. Up ahead, you see a light peeking through the doorway. You enter. You lose. You're finally here. Are you enjoying your a friend? Are you enjoying your trip to the aquarium? Is it playing out the way you expected? What did you expect, anyway? Did you expect to have a nice time with your friends, making memories, learning about the natural world, growing as human beings? Maybe you anticipated some of it. Toby's crudeness, Monica's arrogance, Misha's neglect. But maybe you were hopeful that in the end, despite everything, it would all be okay. You broken, desperate idiot. The vast ocean and its infinite complexities doesn't even acknowledge your existence. 100 million miles of sea, of void, and you, a lone octopus. Come closer. Closer. This is the part where it gets better, right? This is the part where your friends run in and save you. They say that they've been looking for you this whole time. They say they're sorry for leaving you alone. You feel comforted. You feel safe. You feel accepted. That's what happens next, right? They'll be here any second. I think I hear them now. ... My mistake. That must have been a stray Roomba. Your classmates are enjoying their night. They're enjoying each other's company. They're making memories. They're learning about the natural world. They're growing as human beings. And they do not miss you. They haven't even noticed you're gone. You came here to prove yourself, and little octopus, what did you prove? You proved that you were right about your classmates. That voice in your head, the one that you could never quite silence, the one that says they're better off without you. Did you really want to believe they were your friends? Or did a tiny, bitter, angry part of you, the part that's been hurt, want to find justification for your anger, for your fear, for your pain? When you needed help, no one came. And here you are, alone. So congratulations, little octopus. You were right. What now, Blues? What now, indeed? I am not broken. What's that, little octopus? Sure, lie to yourself. I am not broken. I'm trying to help. I'm trying to make you see the truth. I am not broken. Give up. I'm not broken. Stop fighting. I am not broken. You stare at your reflection, look yourself in the eye and say that again. Stare at your reflection, look yourself in the eye and say that again. I dare you. I am not broken. Fine. You need more proof then. Go ahead. Find some. You're in a glass tunnel. Large, dark fish swim above you, around you. An enormous shadow blacks the light from above, then disappears. Was that a shark? You really don't like sharks. You keep walking. The light filtering through the water, though, through the kelp, through the fish, the moving fish is odd. There are plaques spaced evenly along the railing with fun facts and small blurbs about the creatures kept here. Dazed, numb, and directionless, you read them. Tuna can swim at speeds up to 70 kilometers per hour, 43 miles per hour. There are over 30,000 different kinds of fish, all of which have their own colors and sizes. Many fish travel in schools to protect themselves from predators. Numerous sea dwellers can use camouflage to blend in with their environments and confuse their hunters. That's relatable. Back at the kelp forest, you remember this place. The room is colder than you remember. It's been hours since you were last here. And up ahead, is that... Guys, it's me, I'm back. Toby, Monica, Delane, and Misha stand next to the kelp forest. So close, in fact, that they are completely backlit by the light from the tank. You have no idea what a relief it is to find you guys. I think something might be amiss. Guys? No, I was wrong. Everything's fine. Run. The deep sea room. Your worst fear, your only option. You pulled the large doors close behind you and then lock them. You don't get the sense that anything's following you, but you don't want to be alone right now. But you want to be alone right now. Well, in here, you're never alone. You survey the room. Sleeping bags and backpacks litter the floor. There's also a small table stacked several feet high with LaCroix cans. Classic Monica. You look closer, you spot two familiar backpacks. Yours and Misha. But your sleeping bag isn't rolled up like the others. She and Misha's laid out both her own sleeping bags right next to each other, right up against the glass. She even found the blanket in your backpack, your favorite blanket from home, and folded it neatly over your sleeping bag. That was nice of her. Dazed and tired, you sit down on your sleeping bag and stare up the enormous tank. Huge sharks swim higher than you can see. Smaller ones lurk near the bottom of the tank. It's almost like you're the one in a tank looking around out of a window in the ocean to the ocean. It's beginning to scare you again. You feel your pulse rising. You feel that headache coming on, but you force yourself to look. Out of your peripherals, you see a giant shadow, bigger than the others, approach you from the right. You stare ahead. You will not look away. And then you blink. In front of you is a giant lemon shark with a prosthetic fin. Its skin shimmers under the filtered rays of light. Just as it's about to swim out of sight, it turns. It does a few passes in front of you, lingering. You get the impression that it sees you. Hey there, friend. It flips its tail a little. Not as scary as you thought it would be. I mean, it's huge, but it's just swimming. It's kind of peaceful, actually. You lean back and watch. The shark swims around, weaving in and out of the rocks, passing the other sharks, reaching the edges of the tank, but never quite straying far enough from where you can sit. There's a plaque at the bottom of the tank labeled the Ocean Guardian. It's a picture of the shark with the prosthetic fin. Meet Bruce, a lemon shark from the Atlantic Ocean. You may notice that Bruce is a little different from the other sharks. Bruce was heavily injured after a run-in with an illegal shark finning vessel. Due to the loss of his tail, or caudal fin, Bruce has been fitted with a prosthetic which allows him to swim as gracefully as the other sharks. Why? How? How did you come across him? Why did you attach a prosthetic to him? How did you do that without him killing him? Despite his trauma and injury, Bruce has a calm temperament. He can be shy sometimes, but sharks are naturally social creatures, and Bruce is no exception. Bruce is extremely friendly with sharks who are new to our aquarium, and is instrumental in acclimating new sharks to the aquarium environment. Because of this, our handlers nicknamed Bruce the Ocean Guardian. Unfortunately, due to his injuries, Bruce is unable to survive in the wild. We're happy to provide a home for Bruce, our unique friend. You watch the sharks. The light of the tank dances over you. And you know, you're beginning to get it. Why everyone loves the aquarium so much. Sitting here, watching these sharks, it's actually quite serene. You think you could sit here for hours. After a while, you hear the door open, which is weird because you locked it. Luz. She runs over and hugs you. She hugs you so hard you almost fall over. I'm glad we found you. I was so scared. Is she crying? Guys, we found Blue. She's in here. Ella looks at you and smiles sort of tiredly. Her hair is a little frizzy, like she's been running around. We're looking all over for you, Blues. Are you okay? I'm okay. That's good. We were all pretty freaked out. Oh my gosh, Blues, finally, bro, it's you. Oh man, my heart is pounding. I was worried you fell into a tank or something. Toby, isn't there something you wanted to say to Blues? Something you've been talking about saying for the past hour, remember? It was something like, I swear if we ever see her again, I'll tell her. What was the rest, Toby? Yeah, Blues, I'm really sorry about bothering you earlier. I thought I was just being funny, but when you went missing, I realized that maybe it wasn't very funny. It would have felt bad if you got hurt or something. Anyway, sorry. And I think your arm's really cool. It reminds me of Iron Man. Pew pew, that's it. Misha's still crying into your shoulder. You've never seen her cry before. She's whispering something. I'm sorry. Hug her back. I'm glad you guys found me. I was scared too. Yeah, this place is kind of freaky at night. I wouldn't want to get lost here either. But they got some weird stuff hidden somewhere. She pulls you away from her, wiping her face with her hand. So my eyes are red because I'm tired, not because I was crying, by the way. I wasn't. Yeah, Misha, sure. Blues, are you sure you're okay? There's a first date place or like, I don't know. Friends stare at you. They all look concerned. You look back at them for the first time. Tonight, you actually are okay. I'm okay. Prove it. What? What? Yeah, you're fine, you dork. Hey, you're my best friend. You're my best friend, too. You're all my best friends, too. Ugh, Toby. Search party over. All your classmates filter back into the deep ocean room. Some of them hold flashlights or wear safety equipment. They're all excited to see you. It must have been looking really hard for you. Monica walks up to you and hands you a LaCroix. Your parents can take you home if you want. We did do the cake or presents because we were looking for you, so maybe we can cut you a slice of cake to go. And you can have all the LaCroix you want. I mean it, the entire pile. I know we're not like best friends or anything, but can I hug you? Yes, yes you can. Monica hugs you tight just for a second, then lets go. Cool. Well, anyway, want to tell my parents to take you home? You look all around at your friends. They're smiling, laughing, talking as they set up their sleeping bags. You look at the tank. Bruce doesn't know the pass. You feel comforted. You feel safe. You feel accepted. I want to stay. Monica looks surprised. Oh, okay then. Let's do cake, I guess. Go away, virus protection! You spend the rest of the night hanging out with your friends. You eat cake, you open presents, you play games, and eventually you fall asleep under the watchful eyes of the Ocean Guardian. This game is taking a turn I did not expect. Nor did I want. Guys, the shark is loose. We're all going to die. Oh yes, it's very nice, all very comforting. All very feel good. But it's an utter lie because the ocean is a hellish place. So did she lose her arm from a shark attack or what? Whatever. I'm Blues 32, this is Fishy. TTFN, ta-ta for now.